So what's up with your relationship, dude? How much do you want to share about it?
About my relationship?
Yeah.
Eh, Um, I'm an open book on life in
Are
general.
you?
Yeah,
Really?
I'm an open book. Like I don't have nothing to hide. Like you know what I mean? Like okay, I finally met my person, my best friend, my everything, and like he turned out to be a fucking complete piece of shit asshole. I mean, that's basically like in a nutshell, you know. But I mean, it's crazy because like for example, last night. Okay, let's. I haven't talked to you for a while, so some shit went
Right.
down again, like usual. But basically, in a nutshell, he's getting caught up in his bullshit lies, and I'm calling him out on it, and he's not liking it. And
Hey, are you
I
guys
just
together?
no, no,
Oh.
no, but like, so about a week ago, like I like was trying to put my foot down, you know, and be like, and set the set boundaries, you know what I mean? And like, and that I just like I can't do this anymore, you know what I mean? Like we haven't. Okay, so I just recently found out that we haven't been together in like fuck 3 years. I just
No
recently found
fucking
this out.
way.
Yeah, I just found this out. So this whole time I thought we were together, but in his eyes, for like the last 3 years, we haven't been together, and that shit's just crazy.
Wait a
Um,
minute. So like, but when was like so? It's just been like back and forth in it or what? So I guess like what I'm saying is like, you know what? I've kind of felt the same way, and I think that that's what I'm realizing is that, I didn't know that it was like over for a while, but now they're talking about like we're back together. I'm like, when were we not together? Kind of shit.
that's see, yeah, that's like okay. So so I remember him and we did take like well, he wanted to take like a break, right?
We
Or
were on a break.
and yeah, and like I'm like, okay, well then like we took and like I mean we still talked or whatever and stuff, but we didn't see each other every day. We didn't like talk every single fucking day, but like then like things started getting better and like there was no there was no real ever conversation about taking a break. And there was never real conversation about like not being on a break anymore. You know what I mean? And
How did
like
how did it happen? Like a fight? Like you just had a fight and it was over,
so
or they
like
just
okay, no like so basically in a nutshell, several like 3 years ago, we had gotten his boys full time, and we weren't ready for them, but we took them in. You know what I mean? I did anything and everything that I could fucking possibly do. I did Lyft, I did DoorDash, I did Uber Eats, like all the time or whatever to make sure that there's food on the table and whatever. And we had to drive hella far to take them to school every day because their mom is a piece of shit and wouldn't let
right?
us like, change their schools and stuff, right? Well, anyway, so where we were living, the lady was pregnant. She ended up having her baby like a week before Christmas,
Right.
and she actually ended up passing away. And so the husband, him and all the kids moved in with like his mom. So AB and I had the like apartment to ourselves. So then that's when we ended up taking his kids in, did all that. Well, that May, the lease was up, so we had to move out. Well, right before we had to move out, I went back home to visit, right? And that's the last time I've been home. That's 3 years ago. But anyways,
Damn, has it been 3 years though? That's
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
I thought it was only two, but it's been three. It's been three because my grandson was a year. No, no, it's been 2 years. My bad. Wait, my grandson's three, and I went when he was almost one, or was he
Right.
one? No, he was one. My memory's shitty, but anyways, it's like
Mm,
years ago that I went home to
three.
visit, and it was. I remember it being in May because it would it. It's been 2 years. My bad. It's going on 3 years because
Yeah.
I went out there for what would have been my daughter's 16th birthday.
Oh my God! Because I was gonna tell you that like my situation started happening like in the end of June 2023.
So 2 years ago, mine. Oh, so mine was like it was a little bit after that actually.
Yeah, because like I was in 2000 in June 2023. I was in North Carolina. I mean, I'm sorry, I was in Alabama. And on the way home, you know what I mean, was that was a turbulent, time for me and
Oh
stuff. It was the
no,
whole
I
thing with the.
remember. I remember you were in Alabama before that though too, weren't you?
No, it was the time we got into a fight on the phone. That
Wait,
was kind of like, so
because I
basically
went
like.
out because I went home and then because that's remember you knew that I was out at Shauna's for like a week, right?
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. So okay, so that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, but still 2 years ago, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. But like it happened after that because so basically what happened was is I went home to visit and like while I was gone, like he was being all fucking whatever, like weird, and I said something and he's like, well, it sucks because my girlfriend. So he was so like that's the first time that he had ever like said girlfriend like that. But that was to me. Like that's not to anybody else. Like he never once claimed me as his girlfriend. He's
In
always
front
lied
of
about
people or to
it. Yeah.
you?
Yeah. He's always lied about it. He's always lied about
Oh
it.
my lord. You
And
didn't lie
like
to us, huh? You
well,
didn't lie.
like because I think well no, because I think it was like the fact that
It was different. It was different.
it was different because it was people I knew. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it was.
And like
Yeah, it was different. 100%. Yeah.
people that we lived with or whatever that couple, like he flat out fucking told them that him and I were just friends. And
That's
same with
crazy
his
though.
kids. His kids, he told his kids that we were just roommate or we're just friends and roommates. But like we slept in the same bed. Like, come on, dude. Like that no. And like I ended up having to lie to them too. I'd like, you know what I mean? Because he didn't want to it was stupid. It was bullshit reasoning. Now that I look back at it,
It's
it's
manipulation. Basically, he manipulated you and feeling like that was what was best.
well, right. But the thing about it is, though, is that he went about it in the wrong fucking way, and and then he brought up to me how he was gonna try and bring it up to his boys or whatever, and he was like, and he came up with a really really good idea. However, he did not execute it the way he said he was gonna do it, and he put me on the spot and totally fucking blindsided me and the reaction that his one kid gave, like, first of all, it was fucking, I'm sorry to say, but it was fucking bullshit. Like, it was so fucking fake. It was ridiculous. You know what I mean?
And how
And
long were you guys together though? Before that,
it's been on and it was on. It's always been on and off.
like
Well,
what year did you meet him? What year?
it's going on 10 years that we've known each other. And 10 years, like the first couple of years, it was like we were on and off type of thing because he literally, he left North Dakota. He left North Dakota and then he would come back and then he would leave again. You know what I mean? Like just abandon me. So and this is the thing that he's in this whole where he hasn't done anything wrong. Like he never does anything wrong. And I tell him this all the time. I'm like, oh, so you think you're Mr. Fucking Perfect and you do no wrong, you say no wrong, and he's basically expecting me to be him, and that's where I'm supposed to fucking I guess turn a blind eye in a way, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do and this and that. It's so fucking much, dude. It's so much. But the last couple of months, but then especially the last month for sure. But then even like just this last week, I've
Was he
fucking
like? Was he like that? Can I ask you? Was he like that in North Dakota?
no, no. See, this person that he turned into, I don't know who the fuck it is. All I know is that this person that he is now is a complete piece of shit asshole. And a lot of it though is that it's fucking like so it really started a couple of years ago, like before I went back home to visit. Or no, it was after that. So after I went to go home or whatever, I came back and then we had to move out. Well, he had a place to go. And as far as I knew, we were all gonna go. And he didn't
Right.
even tell me. He didn't say shit to me. I fucking found out last fucking minute, basically in a nutshell, that like I wasn't allowed to fucking move into where they were moving into. And of course he was moving into his wife's niece's house. So and what was crazy was she was talking about how we should all get a place together. And then all of a sudden now I can't move in. Like what the fuck? Like I didn't get it, you know? But like I called him out on it. I'm like, what? Did one of your kids fucking talk shit and fucking you didn't back me up? You didn't fucking, you know what I mean? You didn't defend me, nothing. You just let your kid fucking talk shit or whatever. And I know that's bad of me to fucking be like that towards a kid. However, these kids have been nothing but disrespectful from day one.
How old are
And
the kids?
they're 13 and 14 now.
Oh my god, dude! Of course they're disrespectful, dude. And
Yeah,
you know
but
what? It has a lot to do with
the
him
But the thing
because
is,
of
though,
him,
he's
dude.
never, yeah, and that's the thing. And like, I've done so much shit for all three of them. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
I hadn't even met them yet. I hadn't even met them, and this is right after like I met him, and stuff. Like, I met him in like what was it? Like August, like. Mm, I want to say like July or August or whatever. And like that Christmas, I bought each of his boys like I spent probably about $1,000 on his kids for
On
Christmas.
the and then the thing is that like if he's like that, like you think like his kids are gonna be any better? Like
Oh
that's
no,
their source right there. You feel me?
you don't even know the shit that he's fucking teaching his boys, and because of the simple fact that like they watch his every move. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, like, he's literally fucking teaching them that it's okay to fucking lie and bullshit around. It's okay to treat women like shit. And it's okay to let a woman be out on the street homeless by herself. It's okay for that. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, and like, he tells me that, like, the one time I said something about, like, respect or whatever, you know? And he goes, well, they're not going to give you any respect if you don't respect them. I said, excuse me, but no, they're supposed to respect their elders first and foremost. But then like trust is, or not trust, but whatchamacallit is earned. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Respect
yeah.
is
Well, the
earned.
thing is that like he like those kids like they need guidance from him to be that the right person,
Right.
like the whole time because those kids like they're gonna go through fluctuations. They just listen to their feelings and emotions, and if we don't correct them, they just go through those stages and stuff. And if our parents aren't there to like keep us to level, then they don't ever learn how to really be. And that dude is not teaching them the right thing. They should always be corrected when it's anybody, especially a spouse, dude.
Right. But
I
the
have
thing about it
such a
is, though,
hard time with
too,
that though, dude.
well, the thing about it is, though, too, is that their mom talks mad shit. Their mom brainwashes them. She does. She's like, oh my god, dude, you don't even know. I want to catch this fucking bitch out in the fucking alley, like straight up. Like she
Hey,
does
hey,
not deserve the mom title. She does not deserve a wife title. She deserves a piece of shit evil bitch title. Like that's all. Like okay, when it comes to spirituality, this bitch, she is fucking nothing but evil. Like I don't know her. I've never met her. I've seen her in person once, and that was a few months ago, right? And that just happened.
right.
It was fucking like it was crazy that it happened. But thank God the kids were there because I would have fucking gone and like beat her ass. But anyways, um, But like I've for years
Well,
now.
have you learned anything? Like, do you think that like when it comes to the AB and stuff, like what have you learned in the last 10 years?
What I've learned is that um, that I'm gullible. I'm naive. I've learned that like it doesn't matter what I do for someone. I go above and beyond. Look, I fucking risked 5 years of my freedom. I risked 5 years of my freedom and took two felony drug charges for him. Okay? And he fucking showed me that he's an ungrateful fucking piece of shit asshole
Oh
that
my
doesn't give two shit.
god, dude!
And
How did?
like, like, and I'm sorry, and okay, he's made me learn a lot of like where I have a lot of patience in different things, but I don't have patience for fucking stupid bullshit. Straight up. I never have. And like he taught me a lot of things in the very beginning, but that all went away when he like left me the first time, like abandoned me the first time. But he says that I mean so much to him, but yet then turns around and fucking does stupid shit. Like, bro,
He's irresponsible, yo. Like that's irresponsible to be that way.
he's a pathological liar. Like that's all he knows how to do is lie. And the thing about that is that he doesn't feel when he lies to me, it's so easy for him to lie to me. It's so easy, it's so casual for him. And there's no remorse, there's no feeling bad, there's nothing. He's okay with it. You know what I mean? But like, God
Right.
forbid, he has like I tell him to tell like a doctor a little white lie. He freaks the fuck out. I can't lie. Bro, you lie to me all the time. What are you talking about? Like.
Eh, So like at this point right now, like where do you guys stand?
I'm. He's. I don't even know, like, because I do love him, and I want nothing more to be with him, but like not the person that he is right now, not the person that he's been. And a lot of that, the whole thing is, though, is like, I honestly feel that he is the way he is and how he is and all that shit because of Belle. Because he fucking went fucking crawling back to her, fucking asking her for a fucking favor and shit. And then he lied to me about it. And that set everything totally off. Like,
Right.
where he started like turning into this person, and this side of him that is full time now. I saw glimpses of this person in Tucson, and the only time I ever saw that Diesel stop is when he would have to deal with her. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well,
And so
let me ask though, like, so let's just say, like, what's your interaction with them on a day? Like, are you guys sleeping together? Like, I mean, is it like
no.
that?
Okay, so there's been a couple times where we have slept with each other, and like I try to no stop. I so try to not. I don't, because I don't. You know why? Because like the last couple times that it's happened, I feel fucking so shitty afterwards, and I feel disgusting, and I feel dirty, and I feel used,
Really?
and I literally fucking get sick. I get sick because I'm just like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
because I've been saying how all I've ever been to him is a convenience. I'm just convenient. That's it. He's never.
Maybe like you guys have that sexual chemistry, dude.
Not anymore. Not
No.
anymore. No, it's not like it used to be. Like, our fucking sex life fucking back in the day was, oh my God. Like, that's all I can say is, oh my God. And like, and the thing is like, we had this thing where we had firsts. Like, we had so many firsts, like where it was his first time, my first time doing something, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like, he opened up our he says that I opened up his Pandora's box and um, he opened up mine. And I'll say that that's true because, like, there's things that I've done with him that I never fucking ever imagined or even thought of doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, from day one, like, the very first time he ever fucking kissed me, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Wait a minute,
And
wait a minute, wait a minute. So I'll tell you what, like that's the secret right there. Like, what is it when you guys kissed or like now? If you kiss him, what do you feel? Like honestly,
now, now, um, I, not like what I used to feel.
but do you love it though? How does it taste though? You know what I mean? Like
Like,
chemistry
I
is like
love kissing him.
tasteful.
I love fucking kissing him. I love kissing him. Like, he's one of the best kissers I've ever people have ever kissed. But like, it's different though now, dude. It's so
Yeah.
different. You know what I mean? Because like, he's done so much shit, and like, don't get me wrong. I've done wrong too. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking perfect by any means, but like, the thing about it is though is that I've loved him for who he is and how he is. The good, the bad, the fucking crazy, the fucked up shit, whatever. But I don't condone and I do not love this person that he's become. Because
Right.
the person that he's become is he says one thing and then does another. He like basically last night in the text message he flat out fucking told me how I better watch my mouth. I better watch my mouth, and it's not how he's gonna do whatever he wants to do. Say what he basically in a nutshell. He can be how he wants. He can do what he wants, and fucking I'm supposed to turn a blind eye. I'm not supposed to talk. I need to keep my mouth shut and only speak when spoken to
Dude,
and be
don't keep your
obedient.
mouth shut, dude. Don't keep your mouth shut. But
Well,
dude,
no,
turn a blind eye. Turn a blind eye. For sure, turn a blind eye. But don't keep your mouth shut though. Like, what I'm saying is this, check it out. Like if you guys like are still like if you still see like there's a possibility, like maybe you're thinking in the back of your head, like, maybe one day he gets tired of this shit, dude. Like there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Like, dude, we live the way that we want to live. Like we gotta understand that. Like if we choose to go back and forth, that's our choice. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about like you personally, like and your friends or anybody who you feel is like senior potentially like judging your situations is like you can talk to me and because I know you. Like I will always say this, like as long as it's not abuse like physical, like if you're going in there, and I'm not saying emotional either, but what I'm saying is that if we walk into a situation we know we're going to be abused mentally or potentially, then that's our choice too. But what I'm saying is this: if you choose to be with him or to try to like sit there and leave that possibilities open, like, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But there's definitely things that you got to sit there and address, right? Like it's okay to turn your eye, dude, but don't ever stay quiet. You know what I'm saying? And
oh
I
no,
always
there's
say,
no way. There's no way that this motherfucker can get me to keep my mouth shut because like if anything, if one thing that comes out of this and like in a positive way, and that's where I've been standing up for myself. I've been putting my foot down and standing up for myself and calling out his bullshit. And like, you know what I mean? Because like I've let people fucking walk all over me my whole entire life. And
well,
not.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm gonna ask you like straight up, like, do you think you could be with a person if you know that they sit there and they still like have like other things on the side, but they don't bring that shit
Fuck
home? Do
no.
you think
Nope.
no?
Nope. You want to know why? You want to know
Why?
why? Because first of all, first and foremost, okay, when it comes to him, like I gave him all of me. Okay, I gave him all of me. I've never given myself wholeheartedly to somebody, and I will never be able to. I will never be able to give myself to anybody like ever again. Not like no, like you know what I mean? Because like I gave myself all to one person, and like he took it and threw it away.
Number
If
one, that's
it was
false,
something
dude.
like if it's
I'm
something
telling
where
you.
I know up front right away in the beginning, hey, look, like this is how it's gonna be, like a friends with benefit type of thing. If it's something, but you're straight up from the fucking get, you know what I mean? That's different. That's different. But with this, when I put my heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears into this person, and then they want to come and be like, "Oh, well, I want my cake and eat it too." No, motherfucker. Nope.
Well, Well,
No.
for me, like, okay, I agree, dude. Like, I agree. I think it'd be hard for me to sit there and like, that'd be naive for me. That'd be bullshit if I said that it wouldn't bother me. But what I'm saying is this, like, honestly, dude, like, if you come back to a situation, like, when you separate, you come back to a situation, like, all of the rules are new and stuff like that. It should be, you know what I mean? So I guess what I'm saying is, that on my side of things, like, it feels like I have an opportunity to potentially have a relationship with the person that they're kind of the same thing. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a potential there, but like at the same time, like, fuck, I'm gonna have to swallow a lot, dude. Like, a lot to be there. And the reason why I tell you, like, if you still fuck around with AB, dude, like, I say it's okay because I still get to fuck around with what's her name if I choose to, right? But like, what have you learned from it, right? What have you learned, and what are you doing different? And has there truly been that separation that you need for when you come back, you can call it a fresh start? Because a lot of times we say a fresh start, but we haven't had that time. And I think that I did have that moment where I felt like I lost connection with my ex, and that now coming back, it does feel like there's a new platform and stuff that we're both like navigating. But dude, it's so tricky because like you just want to fall into the arms of somebody and you can't. Like, you can't just fall into their arms again like that. You have to maintain, those choices of what the relationship is gonna be now. And I'm not talking about friends or benefits. I'm talking about like two people like literally joining forces in life to tackle expenses and tackle life together. But
Right.
like to have like married, like a marriage. But
Right.
like
But
if
not
you know that
married.
they're gonna have those other sides of them, are you willing to sit there and just say, hey, maybe they're gonna fuck up eventually, maybe they won't. But if they do, I'm gonna have to sit there and just accept them and we get past it as long as it's not deliberate kind of shit. I don't know, like basically just saying that like, hey, not let me not think about that side of things and let me just focus on our relationship and not think about that. That's like, dude, that's enlightenment, dude. That's like, can you get to that point where you could just fucking like live with his flaws?
Well, the thing about it is that like, I mean, I know I have flaws. Everybody has flaws, okay? And like there was a lot of things that about him flaw wise that I thought were flaws of his in the even in the beginning, and like I was okay with it. I learned how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned how to um just it like where it was like kind of second nature to me. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of like it just like he had a little bit of like OCD type shit, you know what I mean? Or
Right,
like
right, right. So there's like
cleanliness or
this,
whatever.
yeah,
I
there's like
learned
this
that
matrix of events.
yeah, I mean, like, at first it was like weird, you know what I mean? Whatever. But after a little bit of time, like, it was like nothing, you know what I mean? It was like, I didn't even didn't even think about it anymore. It was like like habit, you know what I mean? I just got into that habit of whatever, and that's something that you should do for the person that you care about, that you love, want to be
Right.
with, whatever the case may be. But like the thing about like this whole like situation, the or whatever situationship, is that
Yeah.
like he okay, it's always been about him. It's never been about me at all, or us. And I've learned that like there was never, I feel like, and I've told him this, that I feel like there was never an actual us in his eyes. Like the way he saw things and were wanting things or whatever is completely different than what I saw and what I wanted. However, he led me on to, you know what I mean? So it was where I wasn't getting the whole truth from, you know what I mean? And my biggest thing is like, okay, if something's bothering somebody, talk to them about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because not everybody's the same, okay? Like I have to be able to have some type of resolution if there's a situation that happens or an argument or whatever, you know what I mean? Talk about it. If you talk about it, then it eventually, like, it doesn't have to be forever and ever and ever, but talk about it. Let that person know what they did to hurt you or what they said, whatever the case may be. You have a conversation about it like adults, okay? And then at the end of that conversation, then that's when it can be like dropped and let go, and you
Dude,
walk
number
away and
one,
forget
dude.
about it,
Check this
you
out.
know?
Number one, dude. Number one. Never test fate when it comes to that, dude. When it comes to you giving to yourself as whole, like you got a whole person to give to another person. It's just gonna take that right person. You know what I mean? For that shit to happen, dude. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Maybe it won't be, you know what I mean? Like, cause we're holding on to something. You know what I mean? We're holding on to something that we do care about, that we love, someone that we're still probably attracted to, 100%. Probably attracted to him and shit in many different ways, right? It's hard to let that go, dude. I'm telling you. But like just recently, just like recently, like for me recently, I seen some fine ass girls out here. It was weird. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, like, dude, I had a fine ass girlfriend, an ex girlfriend and shit, but all of a sudden, I'm like, dude, I'm seeing fucking beauty in a lot of different in people, dude. And I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, that's the point we got to get to sit there and, like, start to function better and keep those boundaries that we start to realize that that person that we would never, like, that we've given our whole to, like we're never gonna find that again. That shit's gotta be out of the equation because it's only there because we don't want it to go away. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if we really wanted something to go away, or if we can finally let that shit go, we'll find another person to give 100%. But I'll tell you what, I have not had that urge to do that shit, dude. Like that's kind of what I'm saying is that like with this
I
dude
don't
right
even
here,
look. I
I
don't
know.
even look at other guys. I don't even look at other
No,
guys. Honestly, okay, I'm gonna be
no,
straight up.
do, no. Okay,
I fucking checked out
straight
some
up.
fucking girls. I've been checking out some girls here and there, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? That's stupid because bitches are fucking even crazier than dudes. Like, you know what I mean? But like,
Dude,
I don't
maybe
even
no,
look.
maybe not, dude. Maybe not, dude. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not, dude. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
but like I can't. I try. I've tried several times to be like I can't do this anymore. And we gotta like because he kept talking about going separate ways and this and that and shit. Like, but he blindsided me with it, you know. But it's like I wish that I started fucking recording some conversations and stuff like that, or trying to remember to
uh,
record them, just for the simple fact that because I want somebody
for
else to
yourself or
be
for
able to
him,
hear the conversation to like tell me if I'm in the wrong or if he's in the wrong or what the fuck their opinion is of
dude,
it. That is why.
dude. Listen, dude. I'll tell you what. As long as you have sexual intercourse with this fool, you're never gonna be able to like, dude. Your emotions are gonna be stuck on that, dude. Like, you gotta be celibate, dude. Like, that's the hard part. Is like you gotta say no more than like I don't know how long you have to be celibate for. Honestly, I thought I was celibate for a long time, and I
Okay,
like
but
it
what
took two
happens
years.
when I'm sleeping and this motherfucker fucking like, like
It
wakes
just
me up?
creeps in, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know.
like,
Isn't that the best time though?
well, like yeah, it was, but like, but that's the thing
They're
though, it's
playing
like,
us,
that's
bro.
not,
They're playing us with that. They know how to get you like that. No, I'll tell you what.
that's
Honestly,
what I'm
like I
saying.
talk a lot of bullshit. But I just like you being a good person, right? You being a good person and being a loyal person and being that person with like only the one like me, dude. Like I honestly really wasn't ever trying to cheat on my ex girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like I did sleep with my ex wife one time. I did. You know what I mean? And I had to own up to it. You know what I mean? Like anything else after
See,
that,
you
dude.
at
Like
least owned up to it. You owned up to it though.
I
You know what
did,
I mean?
dude. I did. You should have
But
seen
like,
it. You want me to tell you what happened? Oh my god! I
but it
did
sucks
it.
when they won't when the person doesn't own up to it and take accountability or responsibility for their fucking actions. That's what pisses me off. And like, I already know that he's been fucking around with fucking his wife. I already know that. And like the thing about it is that like you didn't follow through with the divorce because you want to still be married to the bitch. But yet you were talking marriage to me like the same time. Like, come the fuck on.
Yeah. Oh, I thought
But
you were
no,
talking about me. Oh my
but what
god.
happened with you?
Well, I thought that's kind of my story too. Like, I didn't go through the divorce because I didn't want to do, but it wasn't because I wanted to be with my ex. I just didn't want to sit there and like when with divorce you have boundaries that you can't control. Like, not that you can't control any of them, but like you can't sidestep fucking court boundaries, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like those are like that's some legal implications to that shit. You know what I mean? So Like I always wanted to be able to sit there and not have like a restraining order, right? You have a restraining order, dude, and you know you can't go even fuck with the person anymore or talk to them at all, and it sucks, dude. When you don't have restraining orders, you have these physical, like these these very physical, these fucking like these imaginary boundaries and stuff that we are always bending and crossing and shit. You know what I mean? So it sucks. So like it's a very scary thing to sit there and like really get divorced. Anyway, on the other side of things,
Wait, I'm
like
trying to understand that, but I'm trying to understand that though, because like the thing about it is like, okay, I've never been married, all right, and I'm never gonna get married. I talked about it with him, and would I have married him? Yeah, I would have, but now, fuck no. But like, I don't understand like when it comes with what you were just saying with that though. Like, I mean, why stay married? Why, tell me why to stay married? Because of why again?
I just think that if two people don't get divorced, it always allows a more open way of communication and mingling and intermingling shit. I think when people get divorced, dude, they probably because they found another person already. They want to fucking
Okay,
sit there and show the
okay, I see what you're saying with that though. Okay, I get that. Okay, I get it. But
right.
if you have another fucking person, okay, and shit, how is that fair to the other fucking person by staying fucking married? Especially when they pay for you to get fucking divorced.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. Like, why is divorce so important?
Because you're not gonna sit here and talk marriage to me. But, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This motherfucker was sitting there talking marriage to me or
Facts,
whatever the
dude,
fuck,
facts.
and like, how are you gonna fucking like what? Like
Hey,
the
I wanna confess something online right now. I only got divorced because I was told to by my ex-girlfriend.
oh my god. Well, she was
But I did it
I don't
though.
have
That's the truth.
anything. Well,
Yeah.
this is the thing, though. This is the thing is that okay? Okay. Here's with the situation like that I'm close to, is that okay? This bitch tried to fucking murder you. I don't know how many fucking times. Okay, she put you in jail for DV. Okay,
That's
that's
some
on your
crazy
record
shit too,
forever,
bro.
forever. Okay,
hmm
your current girlfriend at the time actually paid for your fucking classes to take for DV, so you didn't have to fucking go do jail time and shit.
Did she
Like
tell you that?
no, no, I this is me fucking talking about AB.
Oh, I was like, oh my
No,
god,
I
dude, what if
paid for
I'm tripping?
everything.
Oops.
I
I
paid
was
for
like, I'm
everything.
tripping,
Okay, no,
dude. Okay, my bad. Go
like
ahead.
I paid for everything. I paid for the gas every fucking time we had to go down to Sierra Vista
Right,
for court. Like basically for like 2-3 years, I held him down. You know what I mean?
right,
Like physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, like all of it. And I put up with a lot of like bullshit,
right.
and I still put up with a lot of bullshit. And it's like, listen, you have a fucking person that's loyal as fuck and a ride or die and fucking has proven herself left and fucking right, has gone above and beyond not only for you but your kids and shit. And your wife, okay, your wife hasn't done jack shit but turned her back on you, fucking fuck up your life and fuck up your kids' lives and fucking abandoned your kids, okay, and left them with like, when so she could go run around with fucking her little new boyfriend and shit and be on some fucking bender or whatever, and you want to stay married to that. You really want to stay married to that for open communication? There's going to be no open communication in a fucking relationship like that. I'm
No,
sorry.
dude.
There's
I
not.
think right, and I think that like no, this is the stage that I'm going through right now in my life, like to finally accept that moment that she's moved on with another person. Like there, obviously, like the divorce came. She didn't divorce me for the dude that she's with. She divorced me for the dude she was before. Like this dude's after. Like that shit failed on her, dude. Like that whole thing failed on her, and now she was like not divorcing me and stuff because it wasn't that big a deal. But like, you know what I mean. So now, like when we divorce now, like she's with somebody like that she wants to be with, dude. So like, it's weird. It's a different step for me to sit there and just know that. And it sucks because like I wasn't that before. Like it really wasn't. Like I can honestly tell you that like if I was all out, she wasn't, and when she was all out, I wasn't. But at one point, just recently, we both ended up like we're both all out. But it took a long time for that. So that divorce, it really is a legit divorce, and it does make a difference. I just never thought it did. It's weird that I never thought it would until it happened to me. And divorce is a big deal. And I do say that people who are not divorced, like, dude, you gotta like. I mean, I'm not gonna tell people what to say, but you should get divorced, or else you're always gonna have this. Like it does represent something. If you don't get divorced, it does represent something. It really does.
But to me, like to me, if you like, okay, so like in all honesty, Diesel,
He
in
should
all
get
hon-
divorced if he's not gonna be with her. Hell yeah.
well, exactly, and then like, okay, because what is that showing the other person? You know, what is that showing me? That's showing me that you want to stay married to her because you want that possibility of getting back
Dude,
together.
it's not even that though. It's what they're showing to themselves. It's like, like
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
see it your way, but like honestly, like when you get divorced, you're showing the other person like you got both of you guys are both conceded to the divorce finally. Like you both got divorced. It really and obviously of course it's what you see too, but like it's what it does for the people like to go through a divorce, dude, that shit really puts a like a dagger in it and really does. Not very many people that have gotten divorced like don't have this dagger that's always gonna sit there because like you guys fought for that shit. You fought for everything on both sides. You
Dagger,
fought
like,
for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get a drink real quick.
well, no, like, are you saying like a dagger, like, meaning like
Dude, the
you
divorce
have to
makes you
finally
hate
like.
one another. No,
Well,
the divorce makes
but
one
getting
hate one
divorced
another.
doesn't mean that you have to hate each other. In all honesty, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You don't, but it
but
does though. That's what I'm
and you
saying
should
is that
never
it's
get
weird.
divorced because you've moved on with somebody else. You should never get divorced because of that. You know what I mean? Like divorce, like honestly, divorce is like where like that's a fresh start type thing. You know what I mean? To me, that's a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? It's and it doesn't mean that you have to fucking hate each other. And that's the whole thing is that um, it takes two people. It takes two people to get along. It takes two people to communicate. It takes two people to co-parent. You know what I'm saying? And if you have one that doesn't want to do it and one that does, it's not going to work. And there's going to be that hatred. There's going to be that fucking animosity, like fucking that like everything. You know what I mean? But like, if you go into it with, like with, open communication and like where you can, you have to take that time to separate or whatever and shit, whatnot, but like, if you want to have a start, like if you want to have a fresh start, even with that person and like to co-parent into all that, to me, that's where divorce comes in and is handy and is a
Shit,
good thing.
my ex didn't get divorced. Like we were both like literally like both telling each other, "Hey, dude, we need to get divorced so we can be together and like get married and shit." Like I was talking marriage, dude. Like I really was. I was trying to figure it out and pull it off and shit. And I really got divorced, and the other one didn't. And I was like, "That's fucked up, dude." Like literally, I went through I went through the fire. I didn't have to go through the fucking divorce process and make all this shit so fucking horrible. Like divorce fucked me up, dude, and I think that maybe that's how it's supposed to do. Because if I didn't fucking sit there and have a little hatred for my ex-wife, dude, who knows if I would have not stopped talking to her fucking ass, dude. But like that divorce brought hatred into me, dude.
I think a lot of it though is too is like
Like fuck
it's a
her.
pride thing. It's a pride and ego thing, and like to where you don't want to have to fight like because getting divorced means that it's final, like it's done,
Yeah,
and fucking you know what I mean, and like that can hurt a lot of people's pride and ego, and like you know what I mean,
for
they'll feel
real.
ashamed and all this shit. But you know what though? Then if that's the case, don't be talking fucking marriage to other fucking motherfuckers. Like, don't be fucking bringing that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
I guess if I'm gonna be honest, like if I'm gonna be honest, I really did hope that I could get back together, dude. I'm not gonna lie
See,
because of
and
the kids.
that's where staying married. That's where okay. To me, that's the number one thing is that you don't get divorced. You're
Right.
still hoping for that possible chance that you guys are gonna get back together.
I
Okay,
totally wanted to get back together. I'm not gonna
that's the
lie.
first fucking. I mean, anybody else would probably sit there and agree. You know, like
Dude,
there's
and that,
they want that
and I'm
chance.
being like 100% honest, dude. And people are watching my shit sometimes, so and that's the truth. I'll be honest, 100%. It's like I always in the back of my head prayed that I could get back together with my family. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, right, and so, and like that's, and I know deep down inside that that's the same with him. You know what I'm
Well, you
saying?
don't wait. No, I'm not. No, you don't know that either, though, dude.
No, I
No, you
do
don't.
know though. I do know because you know why?
No.
No, no, no. You want to know why? Because he fought harder. He fought harder to fucking try and save his fucking his marriage. He says it wasn't his marriage, it was his family. But you can
Right.
have a you don't have to have her to have a fucking family. That's what I try to explain to him. You were still wanting to fucking save your marriage. You know what I mean? To have, because you thought that you have to have that marriage in order to have your family. That's not even the case. You know what I mean? You can have, it could just be him and his boys and that's their family. You know what I'm saying? But like, the thing about it is that how I can flip flop. I tend to flip flop when it comes to a lot of this type of shit because of the simple fact that I can see where like you're coming from. I can see where he's coming from. However, I'm in the middle, like I'm in the mix of it. Okay. And I'm getting fucked over and I'm getting hurt and I'm trying to fucking understand his side or whatever. But then it's like, bro, you know what I mean?
Can you
So,
be without him?
huh?
How many days can you go before you get depressed?
Listen, this is the thing, is that it's been proven that like when he left before, he would fucking ghost me, right? I was
Yeah.
all fucked up. I was all fucked up.
Right.
The very first time, I almost succeeded in taking my own life.
Right.
And that was because, I'm not going to say it was because of him. It was because of the things that had happened,
Right.
with him leaving and him ghosting me. And then I literally drove myself fucking crazy. That shit crazy.
Right.
Because I kept thinking about everything, every conversation, every time, like, he would look at me with that look or whatever, you know what I mean? And I fucking drove people crazy. I went into major depression like almost instantly. I got really into drugs, like
Right. Right.
heavy,
Right.
like
Right.
really bad, bad,
Right.
bad, bad. I was in the hospital like 3 or 4 times because of kidney stones, because I wasn't taking care of myself and
Right.
because of other shit, you know what I mean? Um, and that shit fucked me up. It really did. And then all of a sudden he came back and I would sit there and I would email him and I would, you know what I mean? Like I'd reach out left and right and stuff and just in hopes that he would fucking get a hold. Finally, like 3 4 months later, he got a hold of me. And then it was like a fucking,
So
almost
you
like an
went four
instant
months.
thing. Huh?
You went 4 months. Like he
The
left
longest
you.
I've
You
gone
fell
without
off.
talking to the longest I've gone without talking to him or seeing him or whatever after like he left and abandoned me like he has, was almost a year.
A year? And how did
Yeah.
that go, dude? I guess what
Um
I'm saying is that, like, okay, at
I
this
don't
point,
know how to function. I have to, okay, I have to have him in my life now. Like we have this spiritual fucking connection that like, and then that's the thing, is like everybody's like, well, why don't you just leave him? Blah 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 blah. Because I fucking can't. I
right,
fucking can't,
right,
because we have
right.
that spiritual connection and bond that is unbreakable.
Why does that sound so sexy though? Like when you say it like that, like I'm jelly, dude. Like, damn.
Because it is. It is the most amazing fucking thing in the world. It really, really is. It really is. Until it isn't anymore. And that's where like he's not understanding either my he doesn't see my point of view. He's not even putting himself in my like shoes at all. But like when it comes to like all of this or whatever, like he means the world to me. Like he was my best friend. He was my everything, my rock, everything.
Right.
I can't, he's my number one, where I call him. Like he's my number one go to.
When's the last time you
When
saw him?
anything happens, you know what I mean? Like something
When's the
happens
last
to
time you
my
saw him?
dog or whatever, like Like, I got
Was it?
accused of fucking stealing somebody's package that I just delivered the other day. Okay?
What?
I was upset and I called him first.
Hey, but when was the last time you seen him though?
Earlier tonight,
Ah,
he comes by because I've been paying for a motel and it's been
yeah,
hard, but I can't have my dog in my car right now. Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's the other thing. He fucking left me high and dry again. Like he let me fucking put all my like effort and energy and time
Right.
into looking for a place for all of us, and like and then was sitting there telling me how fucking he was looking too. No, bitch, you weren't fucking looking for all of us. You were only looking for you and your boys.
Hey. So that means that you've had these conversations just recently about being together.
I've been having this conversation with him for like I don't even know what the fuck we are. What I get, this is what I get from him. Oh well, we got a lot of fucking issues and fucking did blah 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 blah. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I get that, but what the fuck are we? Because you act like my fucking boyfriend and shit, but
Right.
yet we're not together. Like you, it's so confusing. And I tell him, I was like, even just last night, I'm like, you fucking play mind games, dude. Like this is just a mind fuck to me.
What's
I'm
your
like,
what's your ideal relationship? Like ideal, like seriously, like if you could sit there and pray to God, what's your ideal relationship?
how Avi and I were at the very beginning. Like I wouldn't listen to shit. I would not fucking listen to nobody. Okay, he fucking well. First of all, he never.
Well, how
Every
is
time
that
he
though?
looked
Like,
at
yeah,
me,
keep
he
going.
never judged me. He never judged me. When he looked at me, he never judged me. Um, I could tell, like, without seeing him, I could tell, I could feel that he was staring at me and like undressing me with his eyes type of thing. Okay. I could
Passion,
feel that
okay?
energy coming
Passion.
from him. Um,
Sexual desire,
yeah,
passion, yeah.
but it was just passionate, like, and we could talk about anything and everything. And we would sit there and we would have these like deep fucking conversations, like, where I let him into my world that nobody else has been in. Like, even my own parents, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know. Like, he knows every little, and
Oh, so
I
do you
know a
think
lot
that
about
if
his.
you opened up to somebody else, you don't think you would feel like that about the other person though? You think it's just him? You think it's like a soul tie? It's only gonna be him
Um,
always?
it's always, yeah, there's no, there, I will never be able to give my heart to anybody because I gave him everything. Like, and because of the bond that we have and the connection that we have, it would, listen, it was instant. It was literally fucking pretty much instantly, like an instant thing, almost like that saying love at first sight type of shit. Like, that was the, I wasn't giving him the time of day when I first met him and shit. Like, we met through my ex. Like,
Dude,
that's a
I
whole
didn't I didn't think
different
my
shit.
when I saw my ex girlfriend, when I saw her like on Facebook, I only went to go see her because I wasn't attracted to her. Like literally, dude, I was not attracted to her at all. So I was like, you know what? Like, I was at this whole celibate stage, or like relearning stage. I wouldn't say celibate at all because I wasn't really celibate, but like I was really working on myself kind of shit. And when I went to go see her, it was a whole. I was like, I fucking did the same thing, Like I fell in love at first sight. No fucking around.
Well, like, I ever tell you the story of how we met? How me and him met?
No,
It's
maybe,
really
but
fucked up. It's really fucked
is
up.
it?
So my ex Craig, I started catching onto what he was doing, well, but way before I met AB. Um, but like my ex, he would go and he would post ads on Craigslist without me knowing, and he'd be like, oh, come have a threesome, or come get my girlfriend high, and like you can fuck her, whatever. And I didn't know anything about it, right? I would literally come home from work. I would come home from work, and there'd be somebody sitting there, like just chilling, or like I would get home from work and like didn't have any time, and all of a sudden somebody's showing up at my apartment or whatever, and I'm like,
No.
so I started and see he had the same mo every fucking time. He did the same shit every fucking single time. So I started catching on. And I started catching on to the point where fucking like I would be left alone with this person and I'd flat out be like, okay, so did you answer his ad or did he answer your ad? And they would be
No,
like, what? They'd be so thrown off, right? And I'm
that's
like,
really like that's
and I would
dark,
be like,
yo.
I fucking know what the fuck is going on, and
Right,
nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
right, right,
Well,
right.
anyways, literally, that's how I met. That's how I met Amy.
He answered the ad.
I can't remember. I think Craig answered. I think Craig answered his ad. I can't remember exactly.
His name was Craig, dude, on Craigslist.
Yeah, I know, fucking stupid.
Oh
But
my
yeah, like so.
god.
No, I don't know. Like it just, yeah, it. But like
So AB answered that.
he
Okay,
saved
so let
my
me get
life though
this.
too. He saved my life.
You
Like he
know,
really,
shit happens like that, dude. Like it
and
happens
that's
like
the
that,
thing
dude.
is like
People have crazier stories, dude. Like you know, my story
no,
of
I
my
know,
aunt
but
was
that's where people don't understand. Like my family, like my mom doesn't understand. You know what I mean?
right,
You know, anybody and everybody, they don't understand why the fuck. Like I still fucking
dude. I
try to
fell in
hang
love with a
on.
stripper, yo. So like, I fell in love with the
What?
stripper. I fell in love with the stripper, yo. Like, how does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's. Can you imagine, like, you know, you over here, and I'm not saying anything like negative about strippers. I'm just saying like the whole, you know, idea of like me falling in with the person that's probably not like she's way past my league, has a lot of game, has hundreds and hundreds of guys probably wanted to marry her and shit. Like strippers have game, yo. You know what I mean? And I knew that I wasn't it. You know what I mean? So I fell in love with the stripper. You know what I mean? If she would have said yes, I would have married her. It would have been like the weirdest story too. But it
Right.
happens.
Well, yeah, like, and you know, that's the thing though, is that, like, how we met is really fucked up, but it's unique, you know? But, like, our, our bond and our connection is one of
Right.
those ones that um, it's like a diamond in the
Dude,
rough. It's a
people who
diamond in the
cheat
rough.
fall in
It's
love,
a
yo.
once in a
Can you imagine?
lifetime, unique,
Yeah.
you know? It's
Well, that's what I'm
totally
saying.
unique,
Like
it's like,
people, it's wrong for people to say that just because one cheated on them, they're never gonna be happy. That's not true, dude. Like people meet by cheat. Like some people that cheat meet the person they fall in love with, and they end up having the greatest life, dude.
right,
You know what I
right,
mean? That's
that's
the thing
true.
that we gotta make sure that we don't limit, in our head the possibilities of all this stuff. So like honestly, like the way that you met AB is not is it's its own story. It's its own story, and it makes me really sad because like I know you love AB. I know you do. The one thing that that you know what I mean? Like if you feel like you need to sit there and work on things, like that's your personal thing, dude. Like that's your own personal decision and stuff like that. I'll tell you what, people can change, and even there's life events that happen to people that'll change them overnight, dude. Like there is a chance that AB could change overnight, dude. And there really is.
No,
And I'm not talking about change as a person, just change his mind to finally
no,
just make a decision. Stop. Let me
no, he
finish.
won't. No, you want to know why? I know for a fact that, like, I love your optimism. Like, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I want that. I want that so much. But the thing about it is that he he doesn't want to lose me. Like he says that he needs me in his life. Okay, I'm like, why do you need me? Like, what the fuck do you need me for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally, like, there's a couple of different reasons of why he needs me, and I'm not gonna say or whatever, but it's
Right.
fucked up, and it's like where I'm just here for his convenience. That's literally, he doesn't want to be with me. He doesn't, he, I don't think he ever wanted to actually be with me at all. You know, like, because if I meant so much to you, and that if you say that you love me, you say, you know, and when I say things and you're like, oh, that's not true, but then you turn around and you do the opposite.
Right.
You don't care.
Dude,
You don't want to be with that person. If
just
you're not fighting for that person, if you're not fighting to keep them in your life, that, you know what I mean, like that. There's action. Okay, listen, actions speak louder than words. I live by that.
I'm just saying, don't. I 100% feel what you're saying, but I would tell you that people change overnight. Like sometimes it's a humbling moment that changes a person. Like that's what I'm saying is this. Like if you make a decision to continue to open up that door for this guy, and you know it's gonna happen forever, you need to start feeling a little more optimistic too. Though, like you gotta change your mentality. If you know you're not gonna sit there and give up on this situation, you need to change your mentality too. Like being more optimistic about certain things and
Well,
turning your
I
weight
was, I
right
was
now.
because I held on to the fucking hope. He always
Don't
gave
let
me
go,
some
dude.
kind of hope. And there's nothing left. There's nothing left. I've told him too that there's no more chances. There's no more chances or
Right.
opportunities when it comes to like me and him like as a couple. Like I want that more than anything. But how many like I've given him so many chances and opportunities already, and he's literally just throwing them all away. Just throwing
This
them
is what's
all
gonna
away.
happen. This
I'm
is what's
gonna
gonna
have to
happen.
leave and be out of. I'm gonna have to do what he's done to me, and that's literally fucking like
Watch.
walk away from him and fucking ghost him for a while. You know what I'm saying? For him to
No,
be able to fucking maybe, just maybe, fucking realize what the fuck. You know what I mean?
listen. This is what's gonna happen, dude. This is what's gonna happen. In time, when you find yourself, separated from AB, and just listen to me, just bear with me. This is what's gonna end up happening. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna, have this moment in your life where you're gonna sit there and have an option. Like you're gonna have an option. Eventually, something's gonna pop up in front of you where all of a sudden you have this option to like, hey, dude, like if I'm ready to move on, this could be an option. You might not be wanting to sit there and let go what AB has looking at this guy, but you're gonna say, you know what, this is a pretty good option. And what's gonna happen right now, in that moment, is that you're gonna start to think, like, dude, like he's never gonna be AB. But then you're gonna start to realize that this relationship isn't as hard and as taxing, and it doesn't have all the luggage, respectfully, not in a negative way, just luggage of another person's life lugging around. When you start getting away from lugging around his luggage, and you go sit there and you find that person that's meant to sit there and accommodate you, it might not gonna be AB, and you might not have that passion like you used to. It might be a whole different story, but it's gonna be a lot easier, a lot more sustainable, and you're gonna look back at AB and say, "Dude, you got too much weight for me, homie. I love you to death, but you have too much weight for me, and I just will not step your way no more." That's what's gonna happen to you. You're never gonna be able to get over AB because it's already been established. It's that type of person. You met that type of person. But you are going to sit there and get tired of carrying around his weight, where you're going to sit there and just say, you know what? It's too exhausting for me to sit there and carry your shit. I'd rather not. And whether you choose to be with another person or not, you're just not going to want to carry his weight eventually, dude. And that's what you got to sit there and focus on, is that, like, listen, dude, things can change while you're there, and things can change while you're not, and things can change for you at any point too. You know what I mean? And we gotta sit there and keep our eyes open for that shit, dude. Even if you're still living in that situation, whatever they call it. What do they call it when you're with them? But you're,
Situationship.
yeah. Even if you decide to be within a situationship, you just don't close your eyes and say, I don't look at anything anymore. You know what I mean? Continue to keep your eyes open. You know what I mean? Because you never want to be closed off, dude. Because that's the
Right.
only way that we stay in the same position in life, is if we choose to close off. We're closing off communications
Well,
and
right
closing off
now
our
I
vision.
am. Right
Yeah,
now
I mean
I
that's
am, because like it's still fresh and new, and like I'm still trying to process like literally I'm trying to process like it's like almost like a death.
I'm
You know
not
what I
talking about
mean?
anybody. Don't close off to. I mean, to. I'm talking about AB, dude. Go
Oh
no, go ahead.
well,
Sorry, my bad.
well no. Then you're right. You're right. And like that's the thing is like I've closed off. Like I'm trying to close him off. I'm trying to fucking like you know what I mean, like get some time away or whatever and stuff like that, because like he's intentionally doing shit. He's intentionally trying to hurt me. He's intentionally fucking doing this and doing that, and then turns around and says that he's not doing anything wrong. He's not doing anything at all. And then he
You don't.
turns
You
everything
don't.
in and puts it all on me. I'm so like he's made it out to be, without saying it, that I'm the problem and the issue when I'm not.
And I think that what we all have to do at one point in our lives is like look into what's that the process of grief. You know what I'm saying, that they give you when they've recognized, or when they designate you as an abused person, or like in a domestic violence situation. If they ever say, hey, you're classified as being part of a domestic violence situation where you were abused, right? There's these stages of grief, and these stages of progression that you need to take, right? And I think that a lot of people need to take those steps, even if they don't feel abused. It's still all these steps that these fundamentals. They're fundamentals that they're giving us to move away from situations that are even potentially abusive, right? Like we should start to look into that, because sometimes I promise you, dude. Like sometimes you just have to get away from a dude because you can't.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is like I've tried like I told him it was last week and I was like I'm like and I didn't think I was going to be able to get my motel room again or whatever for the next day and
Right.
shit. And I flat out had told him, I was like, hey, I was like, tonight's going to be the last time you're going to get to see me, because I had made a decision that I was fucking done. Like I can't do this shit anymore, right?
Right.
And
Right.
like he's not taking me fucking serious. He's not taking me serious at all. Like I feel like he thinks it's a joke, and that because I can't let go, or I've never been able to let go before, or you know what I mean? Like I guarantee that he thinks a lot of different things, because like, oh yeah, right, she's not fucking done. She's not, she's not going anywhere, because
Well,
I've
that's
always
because we haven't shown them that.
and shit.
Right.
Huh?
Exactly. Hey, let me tell you something. I gotta go because I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta wake up. But
Okay.
let me read you this card right here, and let me
Okay.
tell you my thoughts. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
these thoughts are subject to change tomorrow, because tomorrow's a new day, and that's why I always say, like, we gotta be optimistic that every day's a new day. People can't change, but this was your card, okay? And I tell you, you know what? I love you, Heather. You know I do. I love you, Mama.
I love you too, dude.
Divine, divine destiny. All right, this is what I get here. Let me see. It says, divine destiny is about embracing your path. You know what I mean? It says it might be a message that whatever dreams or grandiose delusions. This is because the whole show is grandiose delusion. This is what the podcast is my grandiose delusion. So this is hopefully I can get more people to speak on these types of subjects, because you know what I mean. They're pretty, yeah. They can get grandiose. You know what I mean. Anyway, it says whatever dreams you're exploring are actually aligned with your true purpose. You feel me? It says it's an affirmation that you're exactly where you're meant to be, doing what you're meant to do. And I think that what that really says to me is that you've chosen to stay there. So like you're doing what you want to do, and doing what you want is what's meant for you to do. Like it's your life. You know what I mean? And that's what people need to just sit there and just support you, no matter what. Support you, because like what we're supposed to do in life is what we want to do in life, and what we want to do in life is what we're supposed to do. And we got to back each other up on that. We can't just sit there and tell you how to run your life. We can sit there and give you our stories and stuff, but what we're supposed to truly do is just be there for you. And that's what I'm trying to say with this. And when it comes to what happened to me today, it's weird how everything happens. Like this big old tarantula fucking crawled up on me just chilling. And I don't know if I ever told you, rodents come to me. It's weird. You know what I mean? Rodents
Really?
come to me. Oh yeah, dude. If you look at all my videos on my page, you can see like I got videos of like things happening to me, where rodents come and sit next to me and they pet me and stuff
Fucking
like that.
crazy.
It, sta-
That's
it started hap- It started happening after I got my ass beat in jail, dude. Like I literally think that I might have fucking died for a second. I'm not even lying.
I, you know what? I saw that fucking video. I
Yeah.
actually fucking I brought myself to watch that video. I was bawling my eyes out. I literally was bawling my eyes out, and yeah, yeah. I'm so sorry that happened, and
I feel you, dude. I feel you, dude. But you know what? Like, as a positive note, you know what I mean? Like, it really has opened up this whole situation. And for 1 second, it was weird. For 1 second in that whole video thing, at one point of that video, I was looking into the room. And in an instant, I was looking directly into this dude's eyes. And I could see the wrinkles between his eyes. And, like he just looks so just That guy had this ugly look in his eyes, dude. And then I was all of a sudden like I woke up, dude. Like it was weird. It was weird like that. But so today there was this. So but what I'm saying is that there's a lot of things that happened to me in my life, that are so weird these days and stuff. And basically, I ran into a fucking tarantula, and there's a meaning to that. There's meaning to that, and I hope it means something to you. So let me find this thing that I wrote. Basically, what it was telling me is that that represents new beginnings. It represents, the our ability to shed our old life and just mold into a new life. Basically, that tarantula for me was just telling me that to trust that there is gonna be change always. You know what I mean? That's what we have to
Right.
trust. We have to trust that change will always come. You know what I mean? And that's the whole significance of today is that just your destiny. You know what I mean? That's just living your choices. You know what I mean? Change is gonna come no matter what. New beginnings will come no matter what. You know what I mean? And I think that for me, that's the best type of optimism I could have is that I know that tomorrow's gonna be something different, and we got a new choices to make, and who knows? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I gotta go, Mama.
All right. All right.
Let's keep
Well, it was
talking
good
about
talking to
this.
you and seeing you and stuff. We'll
I'm
have to
gonna
do
be.
it more often.
Yes, yes. And just trust me. If I don't catch you, I don't get sad, dude. I know that when you jump on, we're always gonna have a bomb ass conversation. So
Oh
whenever we
yeah.
do get together, I love it. Okay.
Me too. Me too.
And
All
I
right.
pray
Well,
for you, Mama. I pray for you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
I'll see you later.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good night. Have a good day
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's my girl right there. My girl. Um. I don't want to say her real name, but it keeps popping up. Baby Star, my friend Baby Star right there. We got more stories coming. We could talk about stories for days and stuff like that. I really do appreciate you. You are my sister in arms. And, hopefully, these conversations can continue to influence other people. And, maybe I can get more people to jump on this show. You feel me? Anyway, y'all keep pushing, baby. Love you. Up, up a TikTok. You feel me? You feel me? Keep pushing always, baby.